Tadi lama juga saya nungguin. Jadi HP-nya lagi guys. Aduh, kenapa suara begitu? Jadi gue ini lagi. Gue stop dulu tadi. Salah.
Phineas, Nigellus, Black. Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
The headmaster.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem has...
Enough! Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
I'll be in touch.
Bisa nggak?
Professor Weasley, we've one more to be
Kenapa?
sorted.
Makasih.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
Oh iya, witch bukan wizard.
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
I'm looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit, but your professors have a great deal to teach you as well. I wonder... I detect something in you. A certain sense of... what is it?
Loyalty, ambition, curiosity.
A desire to learn? I do enjoy a good puzzle, and I believe I have a ready mind.
You're clever indeed. You have the ability to reflect clearly on that which puzzles others. And you've a ready mind, quick to learn. Perhaps you belong in Ravenclaw.
Lah?
And you've a ready mind, quick to learn. You belong in Ravenclaw!
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled. Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether. But don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you. I'm...
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see to it, sir. As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way.
Lo masih dekor, Zo?
It's quite uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. Might be a bit of a challenge, but one I'm sure you're up for.
I am, Professor.
This is the entrance to the Ravenclaw common room. You must solve a riddle to enter.
Yeah,
I won't be of much help, I'm afraid. This sort of thing has always confounded me.
Who lived longer? The ghost or the poltergeist?
A ghost or a poltergeist? A non-being can never have been.
Well done. Now, go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
Ganti game dulu, Kak. Tuh dikatain taimu sama kakak, anjir lah. Stres lu.
Oh, looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the
Kota
common
lah,
room.
Pei, kota Pei.
This should be interesting. One moment.
Minggu depan gue ke mana aja dia masuknya. Kabarin aja. Hari apa?
What is this?
Someone threw a dung bomb. Let's get out of here.
Nanti aku main.
That wasn't quite the reaction I wanted. Oh well.
What did you hope would happen?
I suppose I hoped it would lighten the mood. Ravenclaws can be a bit on edge the first day of class. I'm Everett, by the way. You seem downright calm next to some of these characters. And you survived a rather harrowing trip here.
Antara Kamis, Jumat, Sabtu, masih lama.
I'm glad to be here, ready for classes to start.
Good. Glad to hear it. Truly, there's no reason to be nervous. Most professors are firm but fair. I mean, not all of the tricks I play are as simple as a tossed dung bomb, and I'm still here.
Wait, did you say most professors are firm but fair?
Ha! I did. But probably best I let you judge for yourself. I do tend
Kamu
to
masih
push
dekor.
their limits. I should wander off before someone traces that dung bomb back to me. Nice meeting you.
You too, Everett.
Effort. Mau kenal-kenalan sama orang ini.
Must be different.
All right.
In your feet.
Deep breath. Why, hello. Would you like to take a look?
India canda. Belum.
Can't see too much in the day. Well, except for stars like Sirius, Canopus, Vega,
Enggak
and
dulu,
Arcturus. I'm Amit. Pleasure to have you in Ravenclaw. Never met someone who's been so close to a
Bukan
dragon
orang India.
before.
Can't say I
Enggak,
recommend
enggak.
it, frankly.
Enggak.
It's nice to meet you, Amit. I take it you like astronomy.
Oh, yes. So much to be learned from the stars. Also, there's something about the open air and night sky above the tower. It's invigorating. You will adore astronomy. Professor Shaw is incredibly knowledgeable.
I hope astronomy is on my schedule. It sounds interesting.
I have good news for you. You are most definitely taking astronomy. It is required for all fifth years. You will be enthralled with the tower. Plus, a quality telescope can show you things you never dreamed of.
I suppose I'll see you in class then.
Yes. Oh, and speaking of class, better get to my first one of the year. Nothing like the smell of fresh parchment, is there? Be seeing you.
Iya, di rumah. Ya ini kan main PS aja di kamar gue. Pertanyaan bagus.
I want him to be in the perfect place. A place he'll be happy with. But I can't seem to find it. Great golden gobstones. I want him to thrive here.
Golden gobstones?
My own little expression. I bought this Dittany seedling from home and I so want him to feel cozy. Dittany is amazing, isn't it? So much healing power in such a little plant. I've a bit of a thing for plants, as you can see. Pleased to meet you. I'm Samantha.
Nice to meet you, Samantha. Is Dittany used in Wiggenweld potion?
It is. Looks like someone's been studying up on their potion making.
Actually, Professor Fig told me about Wiggenweld potion.
Of course. I heard you were studying with him before term. He's an enigma, Fig. Teaches about theory, yet seems to know a lot about practical magic.
Professor Fig does know a great deal about different forms of magic.
Well, I hope he told you about more than Wiggenweld. You've lots to catch up on, I'm sure.
Is it common practice for students to grow their own ingredients?
Oh, yes. In fact, our herbology teacher, Professor Garlick, encourages it. And I don't think Professor Sharp, our potions master, cares where you get your ingredients, as long as your brews are all perfect.
Mana di IKEA?
An affinity for herbology is more typical of a Hufflepuff than a Ravenclaw, isn't it?
Ordinarily, perhaps. But it runs in my family. We've a full plot of these little fellows back home. I suppose you could say herbology is in my roots.
Apa?
It was nice to meet you, Samantha. Good luck with your Dittany.
Thank you. And good luck to you too on your first day.
Hey there, new Ravenclaw. Professor Weasley is looking for you just outside. You'd best not keep her waiting.
Keep her waiting. Lah. Anjing ini. Turun.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts.
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time.
Aneh,
Can't believe I'm here.
Orangnya nggak ada, tiba-tiba ada.
Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you
Apa
are.
tuh MC? Ya udah semangat. Ini streaming. Semoga menang turninya. Ah, keren juga lu.
It is a wizard's field guide.
Ya udah,
It will
good luck,
help you
good
to
luck.
keep track of what you are learning so that you master
Semangat.
all that's expected of a fifth year.
Dadah.
You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Taruh di itu, di wardrobe.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Iya, boleh. Anjing, nggak mau.
This way.
Gua kasih PAP Vicar, mau nggak?
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Kacanya gede apa kecil?
I certainly would have appreciated something
Kacanya
like
gede
the
apa
field
kecil?
guide when I was a student.
Ngapain orang ada di kamar mandi?
Why don't you cast Revelio on this bust and see what details the field guide can provide?
Revelio.
Revelio. Apa nih? Apa? Goblok.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the
Buat
castle.
apaan? Iya.
No time to
Terserah.
waste. You've classes to attend.
Ya tanya dulu aja. Kaget anjing.
Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use blue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle.
Belum.
Open it up and find Central Hall.
Jam 9, jam 10-an. Apa anjir nih, map apaan kayak begini? Aduh, gimana backnya? Back. Nggak ngerti. Backnya gimana ini? Ih, nggak jelas sumpah. Oke. The flames used to rotate the map. Oh, anjing. Oh, bilang kek. Itu. Pengen ngopi. Ngopi bang. Ngantuk banget gue sumpah. Ngopi bang. Ayo loh. Ada yang mau kopi ya?
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
Dikirim ntar udah basi anjir.
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
Jelek. Ya udahlah. Si Fukaru tau pas ngeliat rumah nih kenapa rumah berantakan banget. Apa?
You'll be expected to attend both charms
si Fukaru pas
and
ngeliat
defense against the
rumah
dark
nih
arts
kenapa rumah
classes
berantakan
today.
banget dibanding.
And I'd like
Mobil
to be
kerjaan
sure you
Enzo.
get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Iya, gue bilang kerjaannya si Enzo anjir.
What will I learn in charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes. or
Nggak mau. Yang di RS kan anjir, gue tahu lagi.
Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard and a talented teacher.
Nggak mau.
Can you tell me more about the defense against the dark
Jeruk
arts?
apaan anjir?
Defense against the dark arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of defense against the dark arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments
Taruh di tempat yang waktu itu lo taruh brankas, yang di wardrobe.
Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
Apa? Nggak mau.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you.
Gue udah bilang gak mau, lu bakal tetap beli juga anjir.
And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
Exploring ruins. Gue juga mau coklat ah. Mbak, kakak gua, mama. Hiu. Coffee and chocolate. Telur ayam negeri anjing. (14 kali 5). Apa? Oh iya. Iya benar. Oh, makanya lo itu ya nggak ngegojek.
She caught me off guard.
Iya,
I didn't tell her anything
nyokap
else
lo
about our
masakin mulu
travels
kan?
here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch.
Sama.
It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well-trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
15. Kan gue beli 10. Beli 7. Lah. Iya. Sama kok kayak 10 sampai 15 juga ongkir. Apanya? Tempatnya? Berapa sih nih Helen? Enggak, kemarin gue sama dia habis belanja. Enggak usah dipindahin. Levioso.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, it sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention.
Dia nanya duit yang kemarin Jewel mana? Gue bilang katanya mau ditukerin dulu karena masih Fukaru sama si Venzo mau ditukar duit bersih dulu. Iya. Tahu? Lah. Enggak. Kayaknya sih nggak tahu juga gue. Enggak deh, kayak itu pacarnya. Ya ada itu.
Levioso! Professor Hackett! Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Lah, tadi buka udah ya lagi. Tadi.
Levioso.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Kenapa emang? Gak jelas sumpah.
Let us begin with the basic cast.
Apa anjir ini mantra? Basic cast, basic cast. Apa sih ini? Perform a basic cast using R2. Nih udah. Terus apa nih?
See how the dummy deflected your cast?
Oh.
This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast.
Enggak.
Remember,
Jauh.
A surprised opponent is a weak opponent.
Enggak banget. Berapa kilo ya?
Master Pruitt
Halo,
so
Bang.
artfully helped me
Halo,
demonstrate
Bang
earlier.
Apa ya tadi? Levioso dengan spell lagi. Mana sih Levioso sumpah? Menyos. Ntar. Apa mantranya? Pencet apa sih ini? Mana sih ini? Breakthrough yellow shade with control spells like levitation. Up! Oh! Kok
Now,
sepi bang?
the basic cast.
Nggak tahu.
Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start
Emang
with you
pernah
two.
rame ya?
Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
Can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
I do enjoy a lively duel. I call my students for this adept. Use the basic cast when your opponent's body is down. Try to anticipate your opponent's next move.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Ravenclaw.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert.
Yeah,
Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned.
Kenapa mau bikin apa?
We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance.
Oh.
If you're interested.
Oh.
Till next time.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Apa ini? Ding 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 ding. Ya udahlah. Itu rumah lo, Chandra. Aduh, gimana sih nih?
Lumos.
Anjing, cancel spell gimana? Apa sih? Lupa spellnya. Anjing, kaget gue.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him.
Here, behind you. There's an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello.
Gak ada apa-apaan di kota.
So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Biasanya weekend.
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone?
Growth charms.
Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm?
Anjir, kenapa dua?
Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review.
Lah ngapain gue?
Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the
Kan
classroom.
yang zombie loh.
Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Aksio. Ah, bangsat. Akio.
That is not bad. You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Kebanyakan cutscene anjir. Too many cutscene. Ding 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 ding. Cutscene lagi.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
Ya enak banget jadi murid baru.
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the...
Splendid!
Stay focused.
Ah, anjing.
Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead... That's it! Excellent control there. Very good. Points to Ravenclaw. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up.
Ronin.
You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Playing red.
Yes, sir.
What's the...
Yes! Accio.
Splendid!
Let us do this.
That is how it's done.
Lah. Bangsat. Kepencet anjing. Oh.
There we go.
Anjing gue. Iya.
Quite impressive.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Biar apa anjir? Hah?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
At this
I'll
point.
say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Watch this.
Bitch. Curang anjir ngalangin.
Very good.
Let us see this.
Gak jelas banget ini anjir.
That is how it's done.
Onai Beach. Hai.
Nicely done. Here we go.
Nabrak please, mampus.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
A perfect score. Remarkable. Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Ouagadougou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Ouagadougou School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Ouagadougou a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand.
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand.
Lagi main.
It's very dramatic.
Kenapa? Enggak. Lah anjing
It's
gak jelas
nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking.
Iya anjing.
I do miss
Angkat,
but I'm glad to be here at Hogwarts.
Ya.
I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course.
You coward, if you would.
If you're so inclined.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai
Belum
is
sampai kok
always a
Gojeknya.
fierce competitor, though I
Bentar lagi
sense that
servis.
she is a bit distracted of late.
Astro channel.
Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Hello. How was your first day coming along?
Siapa ngajak gua ngobrol?
And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752.
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling
I'm
lies.
not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flat.
Ada kucing. Oh my god, so cute sih. Aneh ya mapnya. Ngegelinding di tangga.
Don't get too cocky simply because you had one victory over Sally.
Bacot anjing. Ada lagi. Jelek suara kucing. The fog. Weasley after class.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details. mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potions, and Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, no time to...
Udah. Cara nge-save gimana sih? Hah? Kenapa? Lagian beli banyak. Ya enggak? Ya enggak? Ntar tanggung 3 menit lagi. Gece.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor?
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have...
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.
Oh, gue kira di IC anjing.
This is the right
area. Kirim balik lah.
I wonder where the flying page is.
Nggak jelas. Flying page apaan ya? Kenapa? Ya.
Lumos.
Udah. Dark Arts Tower. Di mana sih bangsat waktu dia? Anjing. Atai. Apa?
A flying page must be around here somewhere.
Iya.
If only a new student were to help me with my sad predicament.
Are you all right?
Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
Everyone hates you? Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoilsports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst, that no-talent moon mind. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
gobstones. Sounds like a fun challenge.
That's what I tried to tell everyone. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing. Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
Rather an overreaction on their part.
I'll say. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented 5th year to help me.
Do you have any suggestions on how to get your gobstones down from their hiding spots?
If I knew that, I'd get them myself. Whoever hid my gobstones that high got up there somehow.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Professor, why must I complete these tasks?
They are meant to give you first-hand experience as you proceed to master new bits of magic. Good luck, and I shall see you soon.
Lumos. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.